Hi there, it's Nicole from Mama Elephant with a little cat and mouse birthday pocket card to share today. This card features the Donut Treats new stamps and dies from the May 2018 release, but I've used them in combination with the previously released Favor Bag Cat add-on, and then also released for May. This is the Pocket Envie die, and I thought it would be really cute to combine that die because size and scale wise it works really nice with the Favor Bag add-on, and then add in all those cute little mice and the donuts from Donut Treats for a cat and mouse type of birthday card. I have got a frame that I die cut using the PEGWORKS frame die, and I die cut it 3 times to kind of stack them one on top of another for a little bit of dimension. However, it's not going to be so much that it's hard to get the card in the envelope. From the center panel, this is die cut from Bristol Smooth cardstock. I stamped that with Squeezed Lemonade Distress Oxide ink, and then I just kind of kept the color to the center of this panel. And a little bit got too close to the edge, so I went ahead and used a damp paper towel to kind of wipe that away to keep that little white border around that. And then I'm going to spritz this with water from a distress sprayer and blot it dry for additional distressing. And this is going to serve as the background for the card. The background is very, very light. You're not going to see a ton of the yellow, but I didn't want it to be pure white, and I really didn't want a certain like a solid cardstock color. I still wanted it to be very soft. I did do all the die cutting off camera to save time today. The Favor Bag Cat add-on was die cut from smooth white cardstock, black licorice cardstock, the insides of the ears and the nose, that's ballet slippers cardstock from Fawn. The bow for the hair is sunflower cardstock. And then the paws for the cat, that actually comes from the Favor Bag Dog add-on. I love mixing and matching the different Favor Bag add-on critters, the different elements. They work together so great. And I needed those paws because I want them to be holding on to the envelope. So one was die cut from smooth white cardstock and one from black licorice. We're going to go ahead and put together the cat first with the little stripes on the top of its head. We're going to add a little Ranger Multi-Matte Medium and pop the eyes into place. The nose is already there. I love that you can add the whiskers if you want to with the coordinating dies from the Favor Bag Cat add-on. I think they add a lot to the cat's face. I love these. I think they're so super cute and sweet. And then just kind of positioning these, I'm cleaning up a little glue that leaked out from underneath the eyes with the tip of my Spellbinders Tool-in-One. Just something sharp. A needle would work as well. And then what I love to do is add eyelashes. I think they add so much character to the face. So I'm using a Tombow black fine tip pen to just draw in a little eyelashes, and look at that sweet little face. Instantly, it's got so much more character. My other favorite thing to do with these Favor Bag add-ons is to add a little Spun Sugar Distress ink to the cheeks in order to get the right size and scale, because the ink blending tool is going to be too big for this. I love the sponge daubers, and I just go ahead and do little circles of these on both cheeks. Once that's done, I'm going to take Glossy Accents and add a layer of that to the eyes and the nose, and then let that sit and completely dry. I want to go back here in a little bit and be able to add a white gel pen to those areas. So I'll do that here in just a second. Let's go ahead and add the background elements where they need to go. I'm putting some nice strong adhesive on a top fold white cardstock base, card base, and then we're going to stack the frames one on top of another. Now I did die cut the inside panel. You may have heard me mention that's Bristol Smooth cardstock. So one of the frames is from Bristol Smooth cardstock. But I didn't want to kind of waste that cardstock for the other layers. So those were die cut from just regular smooth white cardstock, and those are going to be the 2 base layers. I am using a little 1/4 inch score tape, or 1/8 inch. This is really thin score tape, to put around the edges I find this works best. It's nice and strong. It fits really easily. So I love this thin score tape here. You're not going to have anything peeking out. And then we're just going to stack these one on top of another. It gives a slight border and edge. I love that stitching detail around the edges. Dresses it up, but keeps it very simple and allows for that beautiful white space, but still some nice dimension. My little envelope here, this is the Pocket Envie. I die cut that from some Lawn Fawn mermaid cardstock. And then I've got the little insert for this, and I did not go ahead and die cut you can have it, the little insert with or without the stitched lines. I didn't even trim those apart. I like that little insert with the stitched lines, and so it always lines up perfectly. I went ahead and just die cut that right with that inside there from smooth white cardstock, and then I can customize that here in just a little bit. With the envelope as well, this is another great place for this thin score tape. I'm just going to put a little bit along the edges and go ahead and assemble my envelope. I'm not going to do anything, no inking or anything like that, no stamping. We're going to stamp on the flap. I probably could have done that before I put it together, but I didn't think about it until a little bit later, so we'll add that here in just a little bit. And like I mentioned, I did put glossy accents on the nose and on the eyes, and then let that set and completely dry. For this little envelope insert, the lines of the greeting from Donut Treats doesn't exactly line up with the lines. So I'm masking off the lines and stamping them individually so that it fits perfectly. And I started from the bottom and worked my way up, just cleaning this. Each time I stamp it, I clean it off really good, mask it off, and then stamp the next line. And this greeting reads, "You don't even know how excited I am about your birthday." I think this would be a really fun card to give, maybe with some donuts to someone for their birthday. I think it would be absolutely adorable. Just really, really cute. There's that second line, and we have one more line of text to stamp. In addition to the greeting on this little insert, we're going to put the little set of 2 donuts that are sitting side by side. They're going to fit perfectly on top of this greeting. So when you pull it out, it's not only going to have a fun greeting, but it's going to have a cute little image as well. Now I stamped the individual mouse, the mouse with the donuts and the candles coming out, and then my little set of donuts there, and we're going to color everything in. I've listed the colors of Copic markers I'm using across the top of the screen. The mice are warm gray 00, 1, and 4 with R00 for the cheeks. The donuts are E30 and E31. And then the frosting, the yellow frosting, is Y11, 08, and 19. The pink is RV52 and 55. The flames atop the candles in the donuts, that's going to be Y08 and just a little YR04 right in the center. Party hat, and then this last little set of donuts here is going to be BG11 and 13. And then finally for the purple, be 60, 63, and 66, and that will also work for the last party hat. For the candles, we're going to go ahead and do the mint and purple candles. Color those in really quick, and then we're going to take the coordinating dies for Donut Treats and die cut these 3 images to fit with the card. So this card very much is a combination of die cutting and stamping and die cutting. A great way to mix and match all of your supplies. I like to die cut as many images with one pass of the machine as possible. So I'm using a little Post-it tape. I reuse my Post-it tape until it's not sticky anymore. So I just kind of stick it to my Spellbinders Platinum die cutting machine and grab it when I need to die cut and just keep die cutting those. So I've added my little set of 2 donuts to the insert. I'm going to draw in some frosting stripes on one of the donuts and some sprinkles on the second one. I like adding these little details to the donuts. I think it adds a lot. I also went ahead and glued in place the bow in the cat's hair. I actually die cut 2 bows and layered them a little offset to give it a little bit more of that look of dimension for a bow. And we'll add some decoration to the center of that here in just a little bit. We're going to tuck the one mouse with the candles and the donuts down in the bottom right corner, and then the individual mouse is going to be sticking up above the cat's head, which I think is kind of cute and funny. So there are my donut treats images. The cat's paws are holding that envelope, which I think is really fun. And I was a little creative with how I did the envelope and the paws, as it covers up that straight line from the bottom of the Favor Bag Cat add-on. Because they're made to work with favor bags, they're going to have a straight bottom along that bottom edge, which you didn't necessarily want to see. This still gives the illusion of the cat, and it kind of hides that. The paws hide that. The open here and arrow is from the Mama Elephant Just a Note stamp set, which tells the recipient that you need to open the envelope to see what's inside. Also from the Pocket Envie, there are some other accessory dies in this set. There's a large heart, a small heart, a star, and a cupcake. And I use that small heart as my little envelope closure. It doesn't really close it, but it just adds a nice little decorative touch. I die cut 3 of these from Lawn Fawn Raspberry cardstock, and I'm layering them one on top of another. It gives it a little bit more of a substantial look. And then I'm going to finish this as well with a layer of glossy accents, and once that glossy accents is dry, I will take a white pen and add a nice little highlight detail. So in the final photos of this project, you'll see a nice little white highlight on that. That was added after the glossy accents has completely dried. Now this little heart accent is from Honeybee Stamps. These are their Candy Kisses hearts. I love them. They come in this kind of peachy red, a light pink, and a white. These are my favorite. I think they're really fun, and it adds the perfect little decorative element to the center of her hair bow. Here's that white pin detail right over the glossy accents. You can see how well it shows up. I just love that. And other than placing my little insert inside the envelope, this card is almost all done. One thing I really love to do is add white pin detail. Just adds another little element, especially to a kind of simple card. So we're just going to go in with a white opaque pen and add some little highlights here and there. You can see I'm just doing a couple of little lines on the bow, some little areas around the stripes on the cat's head. And then we'll do the paw, the black paw and the insides of the ears. It's not going to show up on the white one, so I didn't add anything there. And there is the card. I forgot to add something to these donuts down here, so let's add some frosting stripes and some sprinkles to the remaining 2 donuts. These envelopes make the perfect little interactive element. Very simple, so cute to create, the perfect size to work with any of the Favor Bag add-ons, I think. Look how cute that little insert just fits right inside of the envelope. And there is the finished card. So you can just kind of grab that little insert, the recipient can pull it out, and there is the sentiment and greeting for this birthday cat and mouse card. Thanks for joining me today for this birthday themed card featuring Mama Elephant stamps and dies. The supplies I used to create my card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Mama Elephant that you might be interested in. Please subscribe for weekly card making and stamping videos. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.